Hi, welcome to this video. And before you kind of say click away, I'm going to talk about how to modify ISEs, ion selective electrodes. You could broadcast, or not broadcast, you could state that this is more broad than that we're actually going to talk about how to modify biosensors in general. But let me just dive into it. Now, what I'm doing here is using products that are off the ZP R&D website. If I go to ion selective electrodes, this is the kind of easiest one to talk about. Unless we explicitly say, like this says, ceramic, all these sensors are built on a flexible polymer. So if it says calcium and it doesn't say ceramic, it's built on a flexible polymer like this. Now I'm going to dive into this a little bit deeper now. So the only one that's really called out in ceramic is this particular pH sensor, though I tell most people to actually just go for the essentially the hyper value one here. Now what I want to do is I want to just change cameras for a second. I realize that this may be a bit messy. I've got a few things going on in front of me. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of say to you, okay, so many of our ion selective electrodes, many of our enzymatic sensors come like this. Now let me just say I'm going to specifically address ion selective electrodes. The first thing to say is you can, I don't know your necessarily know your absolute application, but let's say there's some sharp corners on this. You know, you didn't want these sharp corners on here. Now what I can do is I can take some scissors and I can just trim these sharp corners and kind of make myself more of a curved end. Now there's still some sharpness on this, but look at that. I've cut away material here. So what I'm saying to you is you can, I'll just cut off a bit more here. Right, now I'm going to hold this up to you now again. So what I'm saying is one can get hold of ion selective electrode materials from people like Zimmer and Peacock, and you can essentially, it sounds ridiculous, but you can modify them with scissors. Now the reason being is if I just go to this for a second. All right, so here it is, okay? Now, there's 3 electrodes on this, but in fact, because it's an ion selective electrode, we're only using 2 of them, which means that you've essentially got a middle contact pad here, which connects to, for example, a black electrode here, and that's our working electrode. That's our sensing electrode. But I just trimmed off some material off this particular screen printed electrode. I'm now going to trim some more material off. I'm actually going to trim away one of the electrodes altogether. So I'll just do that now. And now I'm going to hold it back up for you. So now it's like dramatically different. So what I've done is I've actually trimmed away one of the electrodes altogether. So what this suggests to you is that you can take, I mean, I'm being very crude here, some scissors and actually cut away bits of material and actually shape this. There is a limitation to this, which is, for example, you often need 2 electrodes in an ion selective electrode mode, so I've definitely kept 2 electrodes on there. But you can appreciate if I just hold up a sheet of entire electrodes, that looks remarkably different from where I started from, which is these kind of electrodes. So understand that your easiest way to customization towards your application of an, in particular, ion selective electrode, your easiest way is off-the-shelf products, which I would suggest is here, off-the-shelf ion selective electrodes, and then your easiest route to trimming back towards something that's more suitable for your application is a pair of scissors. Just knowing that for most applications you need 2 electrodes. The fact is we provide 3 electrodes, so you can decide, oh well, retain those 2 electrodes. You always have to retain the central electrode because that's the sensing electrode, but you can trim away one of the side electrodes. And if it's sharp corners, sure, get a scalpel out and just trim away the sharp corners. So in summary, the easiest way to bring a sensor closer maybe to your application is to use a pair of scissors and some standard products. Otherwise you're getting into the whole direction of customization, and that's an expensive route to go on too prematurely. Okay, so take care. If you've got any questions, reach out to Zimmer Peacock. All right, bye bye.